is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. 5:20 p.m. It's getting to be a habit here now. 5:20 p.m. What's the temperature out here? 18 degrees. Yep. Well, I have a question to ask you guys first off before we do anything else. I had a couple of people mention that they actually like this format. This format meaning rather than using the green screen and putting me in the corner of the video, which looks more natural because it looks like I'm actually in the video. They like the idea of having these in the car ride videos, but with the background being an actual e-bike ride. Put a comment if you like this format better than the actual green screen format. Green screening would make it look like I'm actually in the video. This type of format, you see like a, I don't know, like a squared out section where you see me in there. It's not as professional looking, but if you like this format better for what we do, this is the time for you to tell me, okay? Even if you don't normally put a comment, put a quick comment. All you have to do is say, I like this better. Just say that, then I'll know, okay? And then we'll do them that way. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to the green screen eventually. But here's why I like this format better, in a sense. First off, it's easier than having to do an actual green screen, sitting in front of the green screen and talking. I could be talking when I'm in the car going to do things like I typically do. As you know, I like driving in the car and turning the camera on because it keeps me company and it gives me something to do while I have a purpose as I'm heading towards wherever I'm going. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like doing these in the car videos, even if it's an e-bike topic. So everybody, put a comment today, all right? If you don't like it, put down, I don't like this format, okay? If you like it, put down, I like this format, something like that, then I'll know. Gotta get everyone's consensus on this, okay? Yeah, put a comment on this one. All right, so here's what we're gonna talk about today. More doom and gloom things. Yeah, nobody likes these. I don't know about you, but I don't like these type of videos personally, but it has to be talked about because these things come up, right? So recently we were talking about the rules and regulations for New Jersey and California, and everyone knows, you know, New York's got their speed limit rules and all that stuff too. Well, New Hampshire is of course jumped in too, and I'm sure many of you already know this, but New Hampshire is basically saying a proposal. It's not happened yet. It's a proposal. $50 registration for every bike. And they're not just talking e-bikes. They're saying every bike. That means bikes you've had for a long time. You got to have a registration for each and every bike. $50 per year. Come on. If this isn't a money grab, I don't know what is. This type of regulation doesn't do anything to stop people from riding e-bikes or how fast they're riding e-bikes or anything. This is just strictly for money at this point. I don't see this passing. I really don't. I think if they tried to do this, anyone who rides a bike would jump all over this. Yeah, I mean, it's not even just e-bikes that they're going after everybody. They're just looking for money. What's the point of this? Yeah, it's never going to happen. I can't see it ever happening, but that to have the audacity of even putting it on the record and saying, let's try this one. You know, come on, New Hampshire, what's wrong with you guys? Who's the guys that are making up these proposals? Come on. Has this guy never ridden a bike before in his life? And here's another thing. Since we're on this whole negative topic, let me jump in even further, okay? Everyone jumps all over e-bikes, right? Because they said, you know, e-bikes are riding too fast and there's dangers and whatever. Okay, we all know the reasonings they have. But it's not the e-bikes. It's not even most of the riders. It's just a handful of the riders who ride crazy, right? They break all the rules. They're doing wheelies and everything like that. Everyone knows about that stuff, right? They're usually like group rides and things, kids on group rides, and everyone always mentions Suron, but it's not just Suron, it's other bikes as well, right? Somebody mentioned recently too, on one of the videos I just made within the last couple of days, he saw a guy pass me when I was on the bike path And he says that guy was not riding safely. And obviously you can see my speed. I don't know, what was I doing? Around 14, 15 miles an hour, something like that? 12, 13? I don't know. I was way down there. There's traffic. There's people there, right? This guy's weaving in and out of us. And that wasn't an e-bike. But we get regulated. Come on. Has nothing to do with the e-bike. It's the rider. It's always the rider. Don't regulate the bikes. Go ahead and stop those guys. Stop the guys who are riding like maniacs. Those are the guys that you got to stop, not the actual whole batch of bikes. Yeah, it's very frustrating in my opinion. Anyways, there's another thing. Oregon e-biker Mark, who has turned into Tennessee e-biker Mark because he's moved. He recently made a video. Somebody pointed out to me that I should look at that, and I had already looked at it. I usually watch his videos as well. He watches ours as well. And he mentioned, if this thing with New Hampshire passes, what about guys like Russ is right, who have a lot of bikes? Yeah, that would be a nightmare. If that came down to Illinois, and if I happen to have a lot of review bikes in the house, that would be a nightmare. $50 for every review bike for as long as I have it. And I don't keep them all, as you know. I'm going to sell them off and move them on because I got to get other bikes that are coming in. How do I deal with that? That would be a nightmare. I made a comment on his video. I just said, Russ is always right. But, Russ is going to be really poor if you do that. He's going to take all my money just paying for licensing fees. Not good. Not good at all. Not happy. Oh, man. So what else is going on? Well, here's a couple other things. I'd mentioned some of the bike companies already started telling me that there's new models coming. Yeah, another one has mentioned it as well. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. They all seem to come out during, I guess, pre-spring. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I think I'm going to do it like I did on some of the other ones that came in very early in the year. I'll probably do the introduction of the review indoors. Yeah, I always use like in front of that one area with the door. My house is such that there's really no good place to do it without really distracting looking background, like sofas or whatever. I always put it in front of that one door. And then I'll just introduce the bike. I mean, it doesn't matter where I am as I introduce it because I'm telling you the features of the bike, right? What's the difference? And then take the bike out for the ride and the evaluation. And that stuff, you got no option. You have to be outside to do it, right? Just wait for a good, not so cold day. Do it as fast as I can and get out of the element. Yeah, I think that's the only way to do it if they're going to come in that early in the year. So, but on the other hand, to say no because of the weather, then I missed the introduction of the video, introduction of the product on the videos, and then I come in looking like I'm late to the game, and I don't want to do that either. So I've told the companies that I will do it, but that's probably how I'm going to do it. It's perfectly fine. I think it's okay. Let me know if you think that's okay. I mean, if I'm just talking about the features and I'm showing you the features of the bike, who cares if I'm outside or inside when I do that? It's the ride that you want to find out. How does it ride? How does it handle? What's my impressions of that? That, of course, will be outside. And then I told one of the companies that, and they know, too, that I don't just do one video usually with the bikes. I usually do a couple videos at least. I says, as the weather gets better, I will take it out again, and then we'll talk more about it. So really, they do get a little bit more exposure than just simply a one-off type video introducing the bike. So I'm sure they'll be happy with that. I try my best, really, I do. I try to be fair to the companies and also to you guys too, so that everyone gets their fair share of seeing the bike in action. And so anyway, that's what's happening with me. I have been getting some solicitations for other e-bikes from other companies again, but I've never heard of these companies, and they're very inexpensive bikes. So you know what my answer will be is, no, I'm not going to take that bike. I mean, some of them, when you look at them, you go, really? Is that a safe battery on that bike? I don't know. No, a lot of those things I just don't answer. But I do mark it down. I keep a spreadsheet. I do, of the companies that have offered me product, and I keep a track on it on the spreadsheet. And of course, if they try to offer again and I put it on the spreadsheet, I will pretty much immediately know that oh yeah, that company contacted me back on so and so date about doing a review of one of their bikes. But I mark them down. I do. So yeah, we're at 172 manufacturers. And I'm not talking individual bikes, because a lot of times when companies get in contact with you, I usually do a couple of their bikes, not just the one model, right? So 172 companies, e-bike companies who have contacted me, where I haven't responded back or have come outright and told them no, I'm not interested in doing it. So that kind of tells you, how loaded down the industry is with different e-bike companies. I'm hesitant in even saying manufacturers, because I start thinking maybe these guys don't even make these bikes. Maybe they just contact another company who's made it and they just slap their name on it, call themselves a company. I bet you a lot of them are like that. I don't take those bikes. And now we're seeing problems with, like I mentioned on the previous video, that Amazon and UL are suing a couple of these companies for slapping UL listed products on their bike, which has not really been evaluated by UL. Yeah, makes me wonder about it. If you take some of these other products, they're probably very similar, and they're very low priced. I mean, ridiculously low priced, like $500-$600 ranges. I'm thinking, how good can this thing be? Really? I mean, just based on its dollar amount, I know how much good quality batteries cost to go into manufacturing just the battery pack. How could they do a whole bike for that and have quality brakes and derailleurs and quality, frame and everything else around it, forks, front forks and everything? So just from the sheer dollar amount, I can't do that bike. I just can't. I mean, I'm like, if I give them the exposure based on that, I mean, it might ride well. I don't know. I just feel guilty. I wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't see me doing it. And they reach out to everybody. It's not that they reach out to me only. I know they probably have never even seen the channel. They probably just, let me look at any bike-related YouTuber and then send them a solicitation. But 173 manufacturers that I've actually said no to, or at least ignored, that's a lot. All right, that's about all I have for you guys for today. Go ahead and let me know about this whole format thing, okay? What you think about that, whether you're okay with it, me in the car while showing you the view of one of our former rides and everything. Let me know if you agree, if that's the way to do it, or would you rather just see me in the car, the whole video of just me in the car talking? Let me know, okay? And it might not be just e-bike related topics. It might be other topics too as we talk in the car. But at least you'll see an e-bike ride, right? So, okay. Anyways, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.